Sup everyone, this is Draco Evolve here, and today we're gonna look at my personal reasons, top 5 reasons as to why Manchester United should sign Jadon Sancho. Now, some of the reasons might be universal, others are just personal preference of mine, so let's dive straight in. Number 1. Now, we need a right winger at Manchester United, and Jadon Sancho fits the profile. He can play on the left, but he is predominantly a right winger. Just as an example of how much damage he's done this season so far, he's played 35 games, scored 17 times, assisted 19 goals. Now, the only naturally right winger we have is Dan James, and as much as I would like to say that he's done great this season, he started off very well, but unfortunately he's played too many games, and for a 19-year-old who's come up from the Championship into a huge club like Manchester United, it is extremely unfair for him. Not even in terms of ability, but you're looking at burnout, you're looking at 40 plus games in a season easily, and for someone like Dan James to continuously be relied upon, there will be a time when he drops down, and it has happened in recent months. Having a top elite player on the right side, just like we have Rashford on the left side, will be an amazing thing to have in Manchester, especially in terms of depth, and also it'll be doing great for Dan James in terms of how he will develop himself. He can rest up and rotate with Sancho as well, and Sancho can and will take away a lot of pressure, especially from the right wing. And for reason number 2, I've touched upon it really earlier on, is the goals and assist. Now, you look at Dan James, who played on the right side, he's literally played 16 games on the right side, scoring 2 goals and 5 assists. Those are mainly in the beginning of the season. Poor Juan Mata, who's been playing 5 games on the right side, he scored 2, made 2 goals. I'm not going to even bother about Jesse Lingard. Jadon Sancho from the right side, he's played 21 games, 8 goals and 11 assists. That is huge. Adding these numbers to an already flourishing left side, but that is handled by Marcus Rashford, you can see where Manchester United can potentially go in the upcoming season. Of course, it's not just about the goals and assists, but the impact that he will have on the rest of the team, and the impact psychologically he will have on the opposition defenders. That brings me nicely on to reason number 3, and the reason number 3 is actually the pacey combo partnership between Sancho, Martial and Rashford. Now, we all know how great Rashford has been on the left side, and he's continuously developing, as well as Anthony Martial, who's also doing great stuff up front. But having Jadon Sancho on the right wing as well, the defenders, it's a stuff of nightmares. That pacey trio can cause havoc. Combined with their output in terms of goals and assists, we're looking at a potential partnership of 8, 9, 10 years plus, terrorizing defenses and the opposition teams season after season. Number 4 as to why Manchester United should sign Jadon Sancho is simply he fits Ole's philosophy and vision for the club. Now, we all know that Ole has a thirst for British young players, and that's in the signings that he's made in Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire, as well as giving the likes of Mason Greenwood more game time and Brandon Williams as well. Even openly stated that that's the direction he wants to go. So it just makes sense that Manchester United need a right-sided player, and the only right-sided player in the world right now that is on elite level and is still young and is British is, of course, Jadon Sancho. His goals and assist contributions, as well as his pace and work rate, as well as having an elite level star status already at the age of 19, 20, as well as a potential long-term partnership with Rashford and Martial, who are also young, is very, very appetizing, and it fits Ole's philosophy. Number 5 as to why Manchester United should sign Jadon Sancho is having the number 7 jersey occupied by a genuine star player. Now we all know number 7 has been worn by some of the most legendary players, and the last sort of really legendary player that really sported the number 7 and took it upon his own and made it his own is of course Cristiano Ronaldo. We've also had Depay in the mix, but Depay never really worked out, so that's been really vacant for a very long time. And what perfect position for someone like Jadon Sancho to come in, make a huge impact whilst sporting the vacant number 7. Most of us can clearly see it. Number 7 is made for Jadon Sancho on the right side in a team that is on the up, a young, hungry, British, talented bunch of players. Number 7 given to Jadon Sancho, it only makes sense. Now that's my personal top 5 reasons as to why Manchester United should sign Jadon Sancho. If you agree with any of the points, leave a comment as to why you agree. If you disagree, at the same time, leave a comment. If you have more reasons, then feel free to share them in the comment section. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next upload, and stay farafari.